This program contains adult content.
Is there a God?
Big atheist.
Really?
What, am I an idiot? Come on.
That yes, it would be nice if you could throw your sins and your responsibilities on someone else. But it's not true.
It looks like far-left lunacy.
I don't believe that it's true that religion is moral or ethical.
You don't need to follow anybody!
It's not human intelligence!
If someone doesn't value logical consistency, what logical argument are you going to give them that will demonstrate that they should?
Hello and welcome to the Godless Rebelution. Today is Wednesday, September 28th. My name is Dan Ellis, and I'm joined by two awesome co-hosts, Mr. Ryan Duffy.
That would be the guy over here.
And Mr. Taylor Grin.
This would be the guy over there.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We've been shooting the shit, doing troubleshooting, and working on some stuff. The Zencaster is working better this week, so it didn't immediately close out when I hit record and the countdown. Like, it didn't go 3, 2, 1 and then die on us. So that's big thumbs up there. I'm excited.
Maybe they heard all of your gripes and complaints.
I'm very unhappy with the way that they have been rolling out changes and their fixes to things. Like, the interface is still confusing as fucking stupid. The UI is ridiculously laid out. Like, for new episodes, you don't actually create an episode. An episode is something different than if you're creating an episode. You create a room to record an episode in that then may later become an episode. I know that their project management team either doesn't exist or is fucking bad at their job, and they need some better instruction and training and something. They need better some multiple things going on that are wrong.
Yes. I just want to say to everyone who has been concerned about the delays in episodes lately, this is one reason. Trying to change over to a platform that will hopefully give us better audio and better, a better user experience for you guys to listen to through your ear holes has been a pain in the ass for us. And then just work life has been fucking shit for pretty much everyone. So we apologize for that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I look like a crazy person.
You do. I've been watching that Netflix series Dahmer.
I know. Careful.
And if you just had a scraggly, like 2-day-old beard, you in that white T-shirt you got going on, you might look like Dahmer in his arrest photos. Exactly. Put some thick glasses on. Taylor, you got me getting a hankering for human meat.
Oh,
the words that you were starting out with all began with "huh," and I thought you were going to say horny. I'm thinking, well, this is very strange because you're saying it looks like Dahmer and he's making you horny. Maybe we need to get you some help, Brian.
No, don't worry. I do not idolize Dahmer. I may be from Wisconsin, but he is a piece of shit.
Okay.
All right.
Or was a piece of shit, I believe.
Yes, was, because he has been dead for quite a while now.
Because he is now dead. What's new with you guys? We haven't chatted with each other for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and because of Taylor for at least 3. Well, so let's go with Taylor first. What's new with you, man? Other than all the yawns.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't.
Getting used to it again.
I can't sleep. Which is just normal. So I've been tired. Yeah. No, life has been good. Work has been kind of getting pulled together. Like, I'm finally starting to feel like I've got my legs under me that way. Italy is fucking amazing. It went from, like, I would say on the regular between 28 and 34 degrees every day to like 16 degrees every day, which is fantastic. Like,
so like 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's or less. Like I guess the 60s in freedom units, like most days, and it's so comfortable, man. Like I shit you not, I moved out here with like a single roller bag and a backpack, and so I brought like a pair of jeans, a pair of slacks, a pair of chinos, and like 3 button-up shirts and a t-shirt, and like that's what I moved to Italy with. And so I immediately bought a whole bunch of clothes. And it was hot as fucking balls out here, like 105 in freedom units with humidity. And so I just bought like everything linen, like linen pants, linen shirts. And even then, like I would walk from my office to the shopette and be just like drenched in fucking sweat by the time I came back. And that's finally over, which is awesome. So
I'm guessing
I just got to remark.
All right.
It's what now?
I'm guessing it's pretty humid there.
It is. We're close enough to the mountain range to the north that we get this like pocket effect. Like even Venice is less humid than where I am because like the moisture goes further inland, or it goes north, or it goes away somehow, but it just get kind of like stuck hovering over where I live. And so, yeah, it's humid as shit in my town. But not so much anymore, which is really nice. And then we're getting like rain every few days for like a little bit at a time, and it just breaks like whatever stillness is happening in the air. It's fantastic. So, yeah. I
also love how you called it freedom units, and you now officially live in fascist Italy again.
Oh, my God. I want to be careful. I don't want to lose my visa or something.
But I don't have to worry about that.
The only way that you would lose your visa for saying something like that is because it is, in fact, a fascist regime in charge now.
Listen, I don't want to find myself in 6 months saying, like, Buongiorno, Principessa, which, will be like a good reference for about 6 of our listeners. So, yeah. No, it's good. I'm probably going to go to Florence again in a couple of weeks to pick up a jacket that I had made for myself. Go on like a weekend getaway. Just been kind of traveling around, like enjoying myself. Yeah. Otherwise,
I got to say, the photos you've been posting of the historic areas you've been in Italy do make me fucking jealous.
Oh, dude, like
just the architecture.
I've been all over the U.S. and there's not a single American city that has fucking anything on Italian architecture, especially Florence. But even in the town I live in,
even locally here, when I tell the Mormons, your temples are fucking ugly.
Oh, those things are hideous, man. They're tear them down. They're the McMansion of fucking holy sites. Like,
I'm like, I can respect like good religious architecture. I'm like, in my home city, there's churches from like the early 1900s, 1800s that are all stone structures sitting there. Mm-hmm. And architecturally, I'm like, those are gorgeous. Even in Chicago and stuff, I'm like, those are gorgeous structures.
Right.
The Mormon temples are cookie cutter.
Like, if you're listening to this episode, pull over your car, hit the pause button in a moment, and look up Monte Berico. That's Berico. Look at a picture of that. That's what a fucking temple looks like. Like that's what a damn religious building should look like. And I hike up there when I want to have like a good calf workout.
But you, as an atheist, can also appreciate the structure of the building.
Yeah. Look at that shit. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a way better temple
than what we have here in Utah, where it's the same. Like, I hate when they put out a new temple and like, what's it going to be like? It's going to be like the last fucking 1,000
rectangles on rectangles on rectangles with a triangle somewhere.
Yeah. They all look the exact fucking same.
It's going to look like a box of saltines with a golden dingus on top.
Oh, yeah. Which is why I hate when people hear like, oh, it's a new temple. What's it going to be like? Like, if you've ever been in a temple, it's going to be exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
My cat turned 6 today, so that's cool.
Yeah, happy birthday, cat. Which one?
Yeah. Avocado.
Okay, I don't know if...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the other one's like 2, 3?
Not even 2. Yeah,
Not even
he's
2,
still
okay.
he's still a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours are weird.
Yeah,
Well, cool.
Dude, it's been a time warp the last year. Holy shit.
Well, what's new with you, Mr. Duffy?
Well, I got a really cool project done, which I showed most of the photos with you guys.
I'm super excited.
Oh, dude, that's
for the
crazy cool.
recipient
Holy
of
shit.
that project to receive it. I think it's going to that person is going to be very excited.
So I did put so I did share a final photo of it somewhere where that person probably won't see it because I know they're not friends with me there at all in any coordination of any kind, and they won't see it pop up in their feed at all.
Yeah.
And I won't say where that is in case they're might be listening. But I'll send it to you guys a picture of the final product because it came so this is one of those things when I got asked to make it, being like, can I do this? And
can you build it? I can build it.
Well, I mean,
the builder thing. Sorry,
but in recent life experiences for me, I've definitely taken on the mantra of I can do this, even if it's been something I haven't done before, which I feel is something I haven't done with other things in life, where it's like, ooh, I don't feel comfortable. Like especially with woodworking, I felt a lot more comfortable putting myself in the uncomfortable position of figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
Which I would say, if you are in a position in life and you're trying to get somewhere, put yourself in that uncomfortable position of not knowing exactly what the final product will be, but giving yourself the chance to try to do it. Because that's where I've been putting myself with woodworking, being like, I haven't done this. I'm going into this with, I have the knowledge, but not the experience. And just do it and combine other experiences you've had to create a piece of art. And when I got done with this, I'm like, oh man, this looks fucking amazing. I love the way it turned out. And this is something where 4 years ago, I might have been like, no, I can't do that because I haven't done it. But you haven't done something until you've done it.
Yeah.
So I
really fucking cool. Like I said, I'm really, really excited for that person to receive it. When will they be receiving it so that you can share pictures with everybody else?
So here's the problem. It's supposed to be getting boxed up, and it's supposed to be a Christmas present.
Oh, geez. That's too long to wait, Mr. Duffy.
I'm hoping I can convince a certain someone to allow me to reveal it to them when they're coming to pick it up in November. So otherwise, I'm like, this is really cool. And even Sarah had some coworkers she went out to breakfast with that came by us last week, and one of them's like, can I take a photo of that because I want to show it to my husband? We might have a commission for you. I was like, yes, take a picture.
Don't post it on social media or tag me.
Don't post it on social media because the person who this is for doesn't know it even exists yet.
Or you could even post it on social media. Just don't tie me to it at all. Don't tag me in it. Just, you can share it with whoever, but don't say where it came from. I don't want it to be traced back to me yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Which has been a hard thing. So, it took me about 3 weeks to build it. Because it was a learning process for me. But now that I did it once, I know I can do it again. And I know I can even elaborate on what I've done already. So, yeah. It gives me confidence that I can do more cool, more badass shit.
Well, it doesn't sound like you need any further validation for it, but I'm here to give you more praise because it looks fucking amazing. I'm super stoked about it. It's really, really cool.
I'm too. And my big thing is I'm like, I want to see his reaction when he sees it.
Yeah.
And
me too.
Yeah.
I hope the person who commissioned you to make it records video of the person who is to receive it. Get their reaction on video because
and I hope you listen to this too.
Yeah.
The person who commissioned me, I don't know if that person listens or not.
I know they have in the past. I don't know if they are an active listener currently, but yeah. It's just such a cool fucking project. I really, really like it. And I think you did a phenomenal job on it.
And I just sent you and Taylor an image of the final piece.
The final
finished. The final piece sitting on the desk finished.
Wild.
That's just
like
so cool.
I honestly thought I should have carried this thing around at Comic-Con dressed in a costume and been like, not the bad costume, but the good costume. If you two know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now listeners are like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I want to see it.
It belongs in the museum, man.
It does. Or just kept in storage forever where no one can see it.
Yeah. Either way.
Definitely don't open it.
Don't open it. Do not open it. I mean, it's been a face melting experience.
Yeah. I'm very excited about it.
Hey everybody, it's X from the Utah Outcasts podcast and YouTube channel. And you're listening to the Godless Rebelution.
You tell them that I may not be back tomorrow, but I will return like an angry Jesus, raining down blood and filth and terror on all those who betrayed me.
Classic Jesus. You mess with his money, he fucks you right up.
Thank you to everybody who has rated the show on iTunes and Stitcher and are following us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And to all our Patreon patrons, you make the show possible.
Anything else new?
Not really. I mean, just work life, trying to get my stuff completed so I can hopefully become a fire captain. That's just been fun. So,
that sounds fancy.
Yes. That is very fancy and cool.
I'll be a leader of dumb fucks. No, the guys that don't work with are dumb.
I'm trying to decide myself if I should move into management, and I'm just not sure I want to deal with people's personal problems.
Yeah.
Like, in moving into management, and I've been it's been presented as an opportunity for me if I should choose to explore it, but I don't know, man. I keep thinking about like dealing with people's personal issues, interpersonal relations with other coworkers that they're having problems with, all of their HR bullshit, doing their performance appraisals and none of that sounds appealing to me at all. I don't like that's not my jam. I've had management positions in the past, and yeah, all of the HR stuff was my least favorite bit of any of them.
Yeah. I mean, at least for me, if I move into a captain position, it's more of making tactical decisions.
Uh-huh.
And so the weird thing about us is we have to do the step above to do the step below.
You have to do the step above to do the step below.
So even though I've been moving into the position where I'll be able to make tactical decisions, I've been doing the training for telling the people who are doing the tactical decisions on what their responsibilities and goals and objectives are to complete that objective. Not telling them how to do it, just telling them to do it.
Okay.
And in doing that position as a training role, like I'll look at people doing stuff being like, tactically, I would not have done it that way. Like, whoa, you fucked up.
You did not crash this fire truck into the building.
Well, like we did a drill the other night, a night drill where I was in there as the incident commander. So I was the one basically making the strategic goals of what we needed to accomplish during this exercise.
Well, and I
don't tell you how to.
To an episode where you said you crashed the fire truck into the building.
I did. Well, not into the building. I took out a garage door.
Oh, okay. That was not attached to the building?
It was attached to the building, then it became detached from the building.
Okay. I got you.
I drove through a garage door that I am wholly convinced fell on the fire truck.
Uh-huh. This defective door was the problem.
Yes.
There's your problem. You got a defective door.
it missed the cab of the truck, which was higher than the back of the truck.
Uh-huh.
And it hit the back of the truck, but missed the cab. So I'm like, it had to have been coming back down.
Yeah.
Logic.
Yeah.
Stonks.
But
sorry, I interrupted your
I was gonna say, like, for us for firefighting, which is a realm most people aren't used to how we operate. Like, so the drill I had to be the commander over was on a third floor of a building. And me, if I got the objective to go and put that fire out, like, you need to get up to that third floor and put the fire out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take a charged hand line, because once you put water into the hand line, gravity and weight is a lot fucking more. Like, it makes it so much harder to move that line into position to attack a fire.
Then if you put the line in position first, and then
put the line in position first, then have your engineer on the truck charge that line, and then put the fire out.
Yeah.
And what the crew did that night was they charged it outside. So they had
now I'm gonna drag this heavy fucking hose all over the place.
So then they have 300 feet of 1 3/4 line filled with water that they got to take up 3 flights of stairs into a room to try to fight this fire. And it was a live fire. Like, we were actually lighting this building on fire.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I always tell my friends when they're feeling down, is you can't go through life like you're walking around with a hand line charged up.
Exactly. It's a fucking, it's just heavy. It weighs on you. So
sometimes life just falls on you like a garage door, Ryan.
Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh. so we were.
So I've been learning the job of having to stand back and observe everything going on.
Yeah.
Where the hard part of me, I'm used to being the job of being very close in doing a certain specific objective versus having to stand back and watch all objectives go on at once in like a more of a managerial type scenario. And then you see guys doing stuff like, whoa, I won't do it that way, but you can't micromanage and tell them each position exactly how to do stuff, because my job is to give you a task, you complete that task. Now they just made that task extremely fucking hard on themselves and beat themselves into the ground, because we're lighting an actual building on fire.
Nice.
Actual hose line, everything is real world gear.
But it's a training house, right?
Yeah. But when those 3 guys got out of that building, like, we were doing this at like 10 o'clock at night. It was about 60 degrees, but they were basically soaked to the bone in sweat. Like, because you made this extremely hard on yourself by making one critical fuck up at the beginning.
They charged their suit lines. Yeah.
Before they got to, so generally the way it goes is if the fire is on the 3rd floor, you want to get all of your line to the 2nd floor and then advance to the 3rd floor.
Yeah. They got themselves covered in all those permanent chemicals in the firefighter suits, the PCP or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Yeah. That's those are, my mom told me I have to quit firefighting because of that.
Because of all the PCP?
Not PCP. I forget what they're called right
GHB,
now.
PCP.
Every fucking chemical. I mean, if you're... And then I told my mom, I'm like, you remember when you used to make me sit in the back of a warehouse and spray furniture with Teflon coating? It's the same fucking chemical. So I've been soaking myself in this shit for years.
Yeah.
And you've been eating it too. You've ever bought a Teflon pan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's the same stuff fucking me up right now.
All the people.
I'm never going to have a boy, so...
Well, no, you never will. It makes it impossible for you to have, which is why every guy in the fire station only has girls. Only daughters.
Well, women.
All right, let's get away from me. How are you doing, Dan?
Good. I got colonoscopy, which was fun, And
Oh yeah, you got probed. Did you like the little meme I sent you?
I'm trying to remember which one that would be.
Well, I didn't like the beginning part of it. I was trying to find a good meme about getting probed by aliens.
Oh, yeah.
And the only one I could find that seemed to fit the narrative I was going for was said, "Get in, loser. We're going probing." I didn't like calling you a loser.
Yeah. I did like that. Facebook is broken. Like, it's so buggy.
Oh, yeah.
And just like, I'm not getting a lot of notifications that I should be getting. So if somebody out there in listener land has sent me something that I have not responded to, it's probably because, and you've done this through Facebook or whatever, it's probably because I never got the notification, because it's just so fucking fundamentally broken these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it just seems to, like, it's just compounding errors. It just gets worse and worse. I don't know why they haven't, like, taken a beat to fix all of their shit before moving on. But they're
to a new update.
Because they have no competitor, so fuck you. That's why.
We'll code ourselves out of this ginormous hole of bugs we've created. It's awesome.
They're taking the Tesla approach.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, the colonoscopy went well. I got
any polyps
and fentanyl as the drugs they used when they were exploring my nether regions.
They give you
fentanyl. Oh, the woke left strikes again.
Yeah. And propofol, so I'll never remember.
Yeah, that's when I learned about what propofol actually does. It was fucking scary.
Yeah, no hard pass. I don't like that idea.
Yeah. But I remember a lot of the stuff that happened, so I don't know if the propofol was wearing off or what.
Probably.
But it was fine. They did find some polyps that were removed, and I have to go back in 5 years. But everybody, complains about the prep, or they're afraid of being probed and everything. But like, the probe was the least of it. Like, the prep was worse than the probing, and the prep wasn't really all that bad either. Like, it seems maybe I just had a very lucky run of it. Maybe I just lucked out and my prep went much better than everybody else's for whatever reason. But like, it just seems to me in hindsight now, or looking back on all of the complaints that I've heard from everybody else, that maybe they're just not great at doing the prep, or maybe they
got their butts enough. Like,
yeah. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Like, the prep went fine. My biggest complaint was that I couldn't eat anything for like a day.
Yeah.
I had to fast for a day and just do the prep. But like, I wasn't crampy or anything. I didn't have to spend all day on the toilet. I did poop several different times, and it was just like pure liquid just peeing out of my butt. But it wasn't bad. It was fine. It all went very well and didn't take very long. And yeah, it wasn't. I didn't mind at all. I got to get super high, sitting or laying on my side while somebody tickled my butthole with a probe. Like, I don't know why people are complaining about that.
I've heard that part.
Sounds like a Thursday afternoon.
Painless.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I didn't mind it too much at all, really.
I will say this though.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of our listeners has gone through T therapy or have been on testosterone treatments. I got my first injection this last week. It felt like the day that I got it, that day didn't hurt. For 3 days afterwards, it felt like someone had beat my fucking leg with a baseball bat.
Oh, really?
Because, they're having me inject it myself so I can do it on my own, which was awkward in itself. Like, I've injected other people with drugs, but doing it to yourself is a whole different fucking situation where you're taking I'm going to go 1, 2. No, wait, 1, 2. No, hold on. 1, 2. No, wait. 1, and then go, and you feel it going through your muscle. Because it's an intermuscular injection of like this oily product. When I did it, I was like, oh yeah, it's in. Okay, I'm good. Like, I'm not, like, injections don't hurt for me. Like, I've never been afraid of needles. You can tell by my fucking tattoos.
Uh-huh.
But injecting myself, I've given myself tattoos, but injecting myself was weird.
Mm-hmm. How comparable was it to the Jiffy shot when you went through basic?
Oh, it didn't like I never had an issue with someone else jabbing a needle in me.
No, I mean the leg pain that you had subsequently.
Oh, it was the worst.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like I've ever had. And I went online and looked up like people talking about like, hey, is this normal?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, from what I've researched, and the best research I could find was people who are going through transition that are doing a lot of T injections, saying like the first couple, yeah, they fucking get sore. Like it felt like even driving to work on Sunday, I was like, oh fuck, my leg fucking hurts. Like pushing my gas pedal. But yeah, if any of our listeners have had that same thing with them, let me know if I'm not crazy or not.
Well,
hopefully my next one this week won't be as bad.
Or not.
I mean, hopefully I'm just crazy. I'm just a pussy ass fucking dude that's like, it fucking hurt. Like it feels good now. It feels fine. Like my leg is back to normal. They have me injecting it into my upper thigh to do it myself.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing it in your arm is an awkward position.
Mm-hmm.
So they said the easiest way for me to do it is to sit down and do it right into my calf. But it fucking felt like someone hit my leg with a baseball bat.
I'm sorry. That sounds
if anybody else is looking to do this, don't take this as a disclaimer that it's going to hurt like fuck. But for me,
so
it wasn't.
Testosterone injections really, really bad. Getting a probe up your butt, not so terrible.
Yeah, get a probe up your butt whenever you can. Preventive medication.
All right. Well, we were going to talk about the January 6th committee hearing, but that has been canceled due to a hurricane. So we're going to talk about some other stuff when we get back from the other side of this little break.
Do you use alcohol to fill the chasm left by the absence of fatherly love? Then come to Happy Hour, 5 p.m. at the Judd Sports Bar. Your dad won't be there. He never is.
Hi, this is Yvette Doncherma, aka the SciBabe, and you're listening to Godless Rebelution. You can find me at SciBabe.com, at my Twitter account at the SciBabe, and if you've hunt really hard, you can find me at Pornhub. I dare you.
If you have questions, comments, concerns, compliments, corrections, criticisms, or concepts for content, contact the show via email at godlessrebelution@gmail.com, by text or voicemail at 330-81-REBEL, or Twitter the twatter at TGR Podcast. Thank you!
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a lot of fun. in the little bit of, well, not even a little bit. It was a lot of off-air time that we spent just chatting with each other about different things. Primarily, Ryan's...
About our new profile picture.
God damn.
I'm still fucking hot and sweaty just because I've been laughing so hard about Ryan's... So Ryan got a new 3D printer and then printed a mask and sent a picture of it to his mother, who promptly made it her new profile picture. I saw this earlier and thought it was hilarious. And then Ryan said that he needed to go and feed the dogs while we were
Which I did. I did go feed the dogs.
But then he returned with the mask on while we're trying to record, and I couldn't manage, man. I couldn't deal. I had a little giggle fit for it was not a little giggle fit. It was a large giggle fit for a long time.
Yeah, about a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a little hoarse, and now I'm a little stuffy and a little sore and a little sweaty.
You got our ab workout in for the week.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of that. I've posted, I made it my new profile picture, although temporary thing for 24 hours, and also posted it out to the Godless Rebelution community and our main Facebook page. I don't post on the page very often.
There's a third place it's sitting.
Yeah. I put it on the page and in the community, and I put Taylor's. Well, there's a couple different things. So I did a screenshot, and I posted that in the community, and then I posted Taylor's memification of the screenshot as a comment on there. Oh, God, it was very funny. I like it very much. You are the best of sports.
Oh, you're welcome.
I laughed a lot, and I'll probably be laughing about it in
you talking to Tracy.
At least, yeah. I'm sure when I wrap recording and I go upstairs for dinner, she's going to be like, "What the fuck?" It's perfect. I love it. I love it's the mustache and the offset, like the whole deal is just it's too perfect
because it's got a big giant forehead on it.
It's just a hot mess. Like it's just the perfect kind of hot mess.
Yeah, it's the best in it's the best in all the worst ways. Oh, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it so much. So I mentioned before the break that we were planning initially on doing on listening to and talking about the January 6th commission hearing, the latest one that was scheduled for today that has been postponed due to Hurricane Ian. Sir Ian. But we, of course, are not doing that because of the hurricane. And so we were talking about what to talk about instead. And we decided we'll just kind of do a roundup of a bunch of different shit that has been going on in Trump world, which is it just seems to be exploding into ever more areas of craziness.
Oh, yeah.
Like his recent, like Trump's recent rallies that he's been holding, where what is the song when people are coming out? What is that? Like they're like in wrestling when they'll have
theme music.
Yeah, what is that though? It's like a entrance song or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
That sounds good.
Yeah, fuck. Like there's a term for it. But I
always thought it was like their theme music, like when they always play the same thing. It's like that's their entrance, their theme.
When they actually like come out of a tunnel or whatever toward the thing, like there's an actual term for it, but I can't think of what it is right now. Anyway, he's like the music he's been playing is basically like a QAnon theme song.
Oh shit.
Like he's full on now just promoting the QAnon thing at his rallies. His rally attendees are holding up the one finger salute, not like middle finger, but like number one, like where we go one, we go all, salute QAnon bullshit at his rallies now. Like he's exploiting how fucking stupid his supporters are.
Oh yeah,
in their faces, and they're all for it. Like, yeah, I'm this fucking stupid. Look, I'm gonna hold up one finger at you. This is how dumb I am.
And my new Trump Nazi salute.
It's okay though, because a whole bunch of Meal Team 6 is going to jail, so that's good.
Oh
yeah. That's awesome. Meal Team 6. This is the second phrase that you've introduced to me this evening that I've very much enjoyed. Meal Team 6, and what was the other? Freedom Units for Fahrenheit?
Yeah. Freedom Units, yeah.
Well, and just before we started the segment, we learned Taylor didn't know a piece of news.
What?
Well, I mean, so Trump has been known to gather the best legal minds around him, right?
He's been known
to, like, the best minds in the legal community surround him.
Like the fruits of the devil?
Well, like the Rudys of the Giuliani.
Uh-huh.
And if you're a lawyer,
yeah,
what is one thing in your lawyering ability you're expected to do? Like, number one, like if you forget everything else, what is the one thing you should remember to do as a lawyer?
Not perjure yourself.
Show up to court.
Oh, okay. That one.
Show the fuck up to court.
Oh, yeah.
So guess what Rudy didn't do?
He didn't show up to court?
He didn't show up to court.
A subpoena or
no. His ex-wife was suing him for alimony, and he didn't show up to fucking court to fight it.
What? I've not heard any of that.
Civil case, right?
Oh yeah, it is civil, so it has nothing to do with Trump. But now, since Rudy Giuliani didn't show up to court, he has to pay like $250 million to his ex-wife this fucking week, or he goes to fucking jail.
Wait, what? I've not heard anything about
because
this.
he didn't show up to court.
So
Rudy Giuliani was going through a civil case with his ex-wife where he wasn't paying her alimony, and he had an alimony case he was supposed to show up to court for, didn't fucking show up, so there's a bench warrant for him now.
It's not 250 million, it's 262,000.
Well, I added 3 more zeros, but still, it's a lot of fucking money. The big picture is he didn't pay it. He owes her the money, didn't show up to fucking court, and now they're going, now if he doesn't fucking pay it, he goes to fucking jail.
Ryan,
I
did you from the
Trump
board
does.
as treasurer.
I did what Trump does and just exaggerated the value.
It's that Wisconsin math.
Please tell me that Sarah handles the money in your household.
We handle our own.
Oh, thank God.
But the big picture was he didn't show up to court.
Well, and
which means he doesn't pay her.
Right?
What was that?
Or is Bannon in jail? Like, is he in custody until the sentencing? Or how's that go?
He hasn't gotten sentenced yet, I don't think. I don't think Bannon has been sentenced yet. I think it's still ongoing.
So in like the roll-up of the last few weeks, Giuliani had this shit. Bannon got roped in for his build the wall scam that he was doing.
Yes.
Trump, all of his adult children who are older than me, and some of his underlings got charged by the state.
Well, they're being
New York
sued
for
by the New York State
violating like tax law. So basically, he was inflating the value of his assets when it counted for getting loans, and then deflated their value when it counted for taxes.
Yep,
and that's super illegal. So
Very
they're charging
illegal.
him civilly.
A little bit, yeah.
They're charging him civilly for like a lot, like millions. And then they're referring him for charges for like criminal because he violated law. They referred him to the IRS.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Letitia James filed a $250 million lawsuit against the Trump organization.
That's
so
where I
maybe
got that $1,000 value.
Million, yeah.
I just had there's so much corruption going on with them. I had my millions and my hundreds of thousands mixed up.
Yeah, well, it's hard to keep track of all of that for sure. Sorry, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties with Zencastr. Ryan, I could still hear him. Taylor couldn't. I don't know if it got all of his audio or not. It's a work in progress, man. I'm frustrated that I'm paying money to be frustrated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, our listening audience. We're beset by technical issues for this episode because Zencastr has decided to do a bunch of things that are not terrific. I'm guessing there are other shows that are struggling with this. I hope it's not just us because then I feel really bad. But anyway, we were talking about all kinds of things related to January 6th. We mentioned Rudy Giuliani. Then we talked about Trump and his family. And
with the New York lawsuit and
recent legal woes with Letitia James as NYAG for the Southern District, who has filed a $250 million lawsuit against the Trump organization. What's fun about that is that when Trump went in for his deposition with Letitia James, he took the Fifth Amendment, what was it, more than 500 times or more than 400 times? Hundreds.
I think I saw it. They said it was like he did it like 3 times a minute.
Yeah. And which basically he's fucked himself there because that can be viewed in a civil suit that James has filed as an indication of guilt, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. So
which means he still has the best lawyers around him.
And so here's the other thing, like, that's important to know is that means that he believes that basically that silence being taken as derogatory is still better than what he would have actually answered those questions with.
Well,
he would have been in contempt.
Either that or that.
Not contempt, but
So it's either that he believes that his silence is better than saying something, or that he believes that there will be no consequences for pleading the fifth in a civil case. In either event, he's fucking wrong.
Yes.
And has received really terrible legal advice, or is hugely culpable for all kinds of financial crimes. I mean, it's got to be one of those two things. Either he's gotten really terrible legal advice or is culpable for financial crimes. And in any event, he's now fucked there. Like, it's a losing thing. Apparently, from all reporting, his legal team has been trying to work out settlement agreement with Letitia James and the Attorney General's office for New York, so that they won't have to go through through an entire civil trial. But in any event, he's going to end up, like, it's funny because he has always maintained throughout all of his rallies that he never settles cases. I always take it to court. I never settle because if you settle, that means that you're wrong. It's a losing deal for you. You never settle. But he's settled out of court several different times. He just doesn't fucking tell his idiot adoring fans that fact.
Yeah. And I've also seen some new news about QAnon movements having rallies where people aren't showing up.
More Russian stuff, perhaps? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and going back to the Trump thing real quick, I had left my mic on mute. I apologize.
I was going to say, it looked like you were saying something. I'm like, fucking Zencaster. But no, it looked like you were just.
No, that was totally me. That was totally me because my chair creaks. So Trump got his shit handed to him by the special master that he suggested.
Yes.
In the documents case, the special master was basically like, "No, man, these docs are classified. Like, even if you said you declassified them, you need records and markings for that. So fuck you. Like, if you can't show me evidence you declassified them,
well, he has to prove ownership.
Yeah, which you by default do not have with classified documents. They're not yours. They're the property of the government." And then,
well, yeah, the judge basically said, "Put up or shut up." You've been saying publicly that you declassified this material. If that's the case, then you need to provide evidence that you've done so. Otherwise, like, you can either put it in print and make a claim in court that you have declassified this information, or you need to stop fucking saying that.
But
and the important thing is the judge didn't say that. The special master said that. The Trump appointed judge is basically like, well, yeah, he's the special master. And then
the special master who's a retired judge.
Yeah. I apologize. You're right. But to disambiguate it regardless. Yeah. And then the 11th District Court ruled on the appeal and the stay that the prosecutors argued for, basically saying that, like, no, the fuck not is the prosecution going to have to give any of those classified documents to the defense, Trump, because he's not entitled to them, and that's a national security concern. So they can continue doing their investigation based on the material seized, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the whole thing is delicious. Like, he's fucked himself. Like, he's so arrogant and so confident in his ability to wiggle out of whatever legal issues that he has, that he's just thoroughly and completely fucked himself in this instance.
And of all the things for him to have fucked himself on, like, it's kind of surprising that it's this one.
He requested it.
He didn't need to have, that he just had chilling out. Like,
this is like Al Capone being convicted for, like, mail fraud.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the utter fact that he requested a special master. The DOJ approved the special master he wanted. And now that special master is handing his fucking ass to him. Like, you requested this. This is your fucking doing. This wouldn't have happened if you didn't fucking request this. And now the special master's also like, oh, so you're saying the DOJ and the FBI planted this evidence of Hillary Clinton's emails they were fucking looking for. Show me the proof.
Right. Explain me this.
Oh, shit, I'm just talking out my fucking ass. That didn't fucking happen. And now I have to show proof it happened, or I'm fucking perjuring myself. Because I can't plead the fucking fifth.
Yeah.
And Congress has said, oh God, what was it that Congress did? Fuck. Congress sent a letter to the DOJ basically saying like, hey, we want to see this shit. Oh, and also, or no, it was to NARA. It was the National Records. They were like, hey, we want to know what shit's missing. And also we want Trump to personally guarantee that he has now turned in everything so that it's personally attached to him under, perjury.
So that it's not just one of his lawyer representatives, an attorney who's representing him saying, oh, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
even
specifically, Mr. Trump, need to certify that this is what's going on.
I can't remember her name, but it was a female lawyer that's a big QAnon lawyer that was on the news for a long time, be like, no, he doesn't have anything. He's handed everything over. And now she has come out saying, no, I was never Trump's representative in this. I had nothing to do with this case. So even his lawyers who were representing him on Fox News and OAN and all those other fucking places, they're now saying, I had nothing to do with this. This was not me. Stay
Are you
away.
talking about Sidney Powell or one of his other?
No, not Sidney Powell. Sidney Powell's been gone for a long. This was one of the newer ones that when the raid happened, she was on the news all the time talking about he didn't have any of this. It's all blown up. And now she's backing off from that saying, no, I was not Trump's representative in this. I don't know what you're talking about. I never represented myself that way. I'm not one of Trump's lawyers. I'm not on the team. It's like, oh, wait. So once this is going south, you're no longer part of the team. You got your fame on right-wing media and now you're done.
Yeah, well, the problem is that he's had a bunch of different female attorneys representing him recently.
It's every week. Like the current lawyer that he had hired got kicked off the case right away because he's part of the fucking DOJ investigation. Like, oh, whoops.
Well, there's all kinds of fuckery going on throughout the GOP. We've got DeSantis and what's the Texas? What the fuck
Abbott.
is his name? Greg Abbott, figuring that they're going to use human beings as political pawns and completely
literally
dehumanize.
trafficking humans.
Yeah. Yeah. They complain all the time about, people on the left who are possibly participating in the trafficking of human beings and the grooming and whatever, while they're actually physically, in fact, demonstrably trafficking human beings across the country
and sending photographers with them
as some part of some cynical political ploy. And Ron DeSantis is even worse than Greg Abbott in this aspect because he didn't even have enough immigrants that he wanted to have to ship somewhere else. So he contacted Abbott in Texas and said, hey, send me some of your immigrants so that I can send them somewhere else.
On like a $600,000 private chartered aircraft that was used with taxpayer fucking money. And then DeSantis
that may have
gets
been
on
involved
the
in
news.
the grift with him.
Yeah.
Then did you hear what DeSantis said on the news about fucking slavery?
What?
Well,
Can't be good.
it wasn't good. He basically said America was the country that stopped slavery. We realized it was bad. It's like, what? In 1960? We realized it was bad to treat black people poorly? And even then, we still treated them poorly up until now?
That smacks of, like, libertarians saying, oh, the free market will work shit out. Well, it didn't work out slavery for 400 fucking years.
Yeah. Like, if it wasn't for America, there wouldn't have been a fucking slave trade.
I'll quibble on that
There
one.
would have been a slave trade for sure still.
There would have been, but we helped it out a lot.
Yeah, there was a slave trade preceding the discovery of America, but yes.
True, but America didn't help.
Intensified with mercantilism and was associated with colonialism.
According to DeSantis, America was a country that said slave trade is bad.
Right.
Which is the complete fucking opposite. We fully embraced the slave trade.
Yeah. It's bad. It's been bad. And we've basically run out of time for this episode.
Because Ryan wore a fucking mask.
Guys, it's been a wild few weeks for all of us. A lot of technical difficulties. The thing that we thought we were going to be doing tonight canceled last minute, so we couldn't cover the January 6th hearings like we wanted to.
Well, global warming kind of fucked that up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully DeSantis can just take all of his people that are in the hurricane's way and send them up to Martha's Vineyard or something. So,
I know we're wrapping up, but I got to say this.
Okay.
Even though DeSantis says the shittiest things about Biden didn't fucking drop anything and said, well, he didn't wait. He said, DeSantis, Florida needs money. You need recovery efforts when this is over with. You got it. Whatever you need, you fucking have it. It wasn't, oh, you don't support the Democratic Party, so we might have to talk about this. It was, no, you need money. You need help for the federal government. We're there.
Yeah. Biden has said that they'll, whatever they need, federal government will be there to step in and support, provide assistance, supplies necessary, whatever. So that's good.
Which is the opposite of what the Orange Menace would do.
Well, and he also didn't turn it over to somebody like GW and just say, "Great job, Brownie. Doing a bang up job, Brownie."
Woof.
But it is time for us to bring this episode to a conclusion. I would like to echo Taylor's words and say sorry for this bit of a kludgy, problematic episode that has all kinds of issues going on. It will take me some time in editing for sure, because there have been multiple technical issues, but it was fun. I liked seeing Ryan's mask. That will make me laugh for the next several days periodically, I am sure.
You're welcome. Your health is my main concern, and I know laughter is good for health.
I appreciate you very, very much. Before we go, though, I want to make sure that we thank our Patreon supporters. That would be
Ed Harris,
Kevin Scheel,
Crucify the like button, leave a review on iTunes, and rate the show 5 times a day towards Celia Gray.
Steve Kuno,
Sinead Duffy,
Tiffany Hudson,
John McCullough,
A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man, a perfectly cromulent statement.
Ollie Olson,
Vanessa,
Alan Firth,
2 skeptical chaps,
Stephen Andrews,
Martina Fern,
Clank Trucking,
Zeus 9SO,
Jonathan,
Not a Fucking Gymnast,
Updog Willoughby,
Marvin Draken,
Sir Roses of the River,
Get a scale and find out how much a hen weighs,
Megan Mitchell,
Corey Ebert. God damn
don't be a Richard. Avocado, don't be a Richard.
You son of a bitch.
Avocado's just like, my birthday, motherfucker. Feed me food. Mackenzie Peterson.
All hail Peanut Buttra.
Jeremy Goodson.
Utah Outcasts.
Good news, everyone.
Wesley Aaron.
Freethinker 215.
Sarah Segovia.
Theodore Sellen.
Tim Jacobson.
Janet Uter.
Savid Acuna.
Purple Dragon.
James.
And Snake Jailbird wants you to please support the American Civil Liberties Union. Get off my lawn, you coppers.
Get off my lawn, you coppers. Nice.
Yeah, I did it wrong.
I have no idea what that reference is.
Very well. That's good. That's good. Thank you very much. I'm going to go talk to Tracy about Ryan's fantastic mask.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm going to go. My cat is losing his goddamn mind in the room with me right now. I'm sorry. You guys have a great week. I can't wait to see you all next week.
All right, I love you guys, and I love you too, Mom. She yelled at me for not saying that to her.
And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What is it you're drinking there?
Yeah,
it's called grappa.
Grappa.
Grape.
Yeah, and it's made in Italy. No, not well, kind of. Yeah, but it's kind of like whiskey. It's very similar in flavor profile to whiskey. I saw Dan drinking his whiskey, and I felt like I had to.
Oh, this is tequila. Actually, I got the.
Oh wow!
Okay. We're getting mean tonight.
I got the tequila. Thank you guys.
Jesus
very much.
Christ!
What was that?
So there's this box from IKEA that I've kept for like literal months that he just enjoys scratching the shit out of. And he was rolling around in the box, and then he popped up on all four and jumped out of the box at a toy halfway across the room, which made the box slide across the wooden floor.